Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Raz J. Baraka.
So I just want to thank John Schreiber again for allowing us to use the New Jersey Performing Arts Center at a very serious time like this. Want to thank all of the elected officials that chose to come out here today and be a part of this with us. Our Essex delegation that is here with us, the federal delegation that is here. I'd like to give a special shout out to Senator Ruiz for all of the work that she's been doing in this for us. Our county executive, Joe DiVincenzo, who, came through at a very crucial moment for us. Obviously, Senator Booker, Menendez, Congressman Payne, even Congressman Pallone, who worked for over a year and a half and finally got a bill passed through the House and the Senate that would allow the state to use an additional $100 million to deal with lead service lines throughout the state of New Jersey and specifically here in the city of Newark. I'd like to thank them. Like to also thank the Municipal Council for their support, steadfastness, helping us distribute information, pass out water, filters, everything else that we needed to do. Vote on legislation today, and yesterday, today that allowed us to go to people's homes who we can't reach their homeowner and begin to change their lead service lines without the permission of the homeowner. There are other legislation where they approved the $155 million that we received based on our lease struggles with Port Authority. So I appreciate and thank you for that. For sure. And obviously all the people that work in the city of Newark, my business administrator, the chief operating officer, my policy advisor, Kareem Adeem of the water department, who is doing an outstanding job, New York Times notwithstanding. And I want to thank all of the workers in the city of Newark who work at those rec centers who not only did their job there, but helped us give out water, pass out filters. 39,000 of them had to deal with the public, had to deal with the press, have a bunch of stories about how they had to make sure the kids were swimming and doing their work, and at the same time pass out water and filters simultaneously. People who will never get the kind of praise they deserve. So I want to take this moment to thank you. And I got to thank the block associations, particularly the Ivy Hill Neighborhood Association. And the reason that I'm saying that is because these block associations were very helpful. And every time we had an issue, the president of the Ivy Hill Block Association showed up at Boylan Rec by himself to help us pass out water and filters and everything else. So Godspeed to you, man. Thank you for the work here. So now that I got that out the way, people ask, why are we doing this? So we doing this because of the resident in 1180 who said, Mayor, we need to hear your voice. I need to hear what it is that you have to say about this. I need your leadership on this. You need to hold a town hall, a large one, so we could come and people could understand what's really going on. We're doing this for parents who are out there with children who are concerned that their children may have access to lead, whether they're pregnant or little, kids that are going to school who are getting circulars telling them don't drink the water. It's important that we do this and give you the right information. We're doing this because we need you to understand how we're going to fix this problem, when this problem began, and what did we do from the beginning of 2017 all the way to the present, to clear up some of the misinformation and some of it outright lies. We want to be able to make it clear to you where we're going, that we did secure $120 million from the county, that we do have additional money to pay our debt service, that we're the only city in the state of New Jersey that has a plan to fix every lead service line in the city without cost to the resident at all. And you won't see it on your taxes, and you won't see it on your water bill. As a matter of fact, not just in the state of New Jersey, we're the only city, we have very few cities in the entire country that's changing their lead service line at this expeditious speed. And we're the only city that's doing it with money that we generated locally ourselves, right? That's important because Newark is leading the way on those things. And it's important that you understand and know that we didn't sit on our laurels and on our hands allowing people to do things without a plan. We had a plan. We have a plan. We're executing our plan. We're doing this because people who are saying that Newark is Flint. Newark is not Flint. Our water source, we never changed our water source. We didn't put, like Flint, who decided not to put corrosion control in their water because it was too costly. Not only our corrosion control stopped working, not only did we pay for new corrosion control and set it up so it could be injected in the water, we spent over $1 million to buy Newark residents filters. And we passed them out in neighboring cities as well. Newark was never out of compliance. Nobody comes into our city and tests our water. We test our own water, we make a report, and then we follow the recommendations of our oversight. We're having this because a reporter asked me, Mayor, how come you guys are refusing oversight? And the reporter needs to know that we do have oversight. It's called the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection. And the Environmental Protection Agency that's run by the federal government, that an outside entity does not come in and give us oversight. We have legal oversight, right? We're doing this because somebody said, if we're getting $155 million from Port Authority, why do we need $120 million? If we use Port Authority money to fix lead service lines, we'll be fixing them for the next 25 years. $120 million is something we have up front because of our county executive, who was creative and worked with us to make sure that we get $120 million up front. We're having this because people said the mayor lied. The mayor covered it up. The mayor didn't tell the truth, that we waited until 2018. So I couldn't wait to pull out these documents. And this first one says, important information about lead in your drinking water. This was mailed on August 28th, 2017. You never saw that in the Star Ledger. This is another piece that we sent out. It says, the city of Newark testing for lead in drinking water. Property owners can have lead service lines replaced for a nominal fee. This is not 2019. This is not 2018. This is 2017. November the 3rd, 2017, Director Andrea Adebowale, may she rest in peace and power, statement on water and lead issues that was sent to the press and sent to publicly. This is Andrea Adebowale who put that out. There's much more. Water bill that went out. August, let me find it. I got stuff up here from Occupy the Block. Jesus. Here we go. Water bill, August 16th. On the water bill, the department is compiling an inventory of properties with lead service lines and pipes. As a result, we are offering free inspections to identify properties that had lead service lines and lead in their water. This is August 16, 2017. This is a public notice of lead that went out to local doctors, from the health department, to pharmacists, to hospitals, to other places. This was also August 20th, 2017. the thing that's in question, and I have to raise it, is 2 circulars that came out a full year after all of those documents went out. After we sent all of those documents out that said that there was lead in the water, in 2018, every newspaper in America, every television station, and every person that, thought it not robbery to beat the mayor, said the mayor said that the water was absolutely safe to drink, that there is no lead in your drinking water. And what they did was take something off of the website, and they took the first part of it. And they read the first part to residents, and they put it on their headlines, and they put it in the newspapers and on television and radio and in the internet and Facebook. And they put all this stuff on there. The mayor said the water is safe to drink a full year after that. But what they failed to do is show you the entire circular, because at the bottom it says something else. The only high lead readings were taken inside of some 1- and 2-family homes built before 1986 that have lead pipes leading from the city's water source into those homes. The city is helping those homeowners to replace their pipes. Apartment houses have never had lead service lines. That's not a lie. That's actually the facts. Here's the other piece that they are complaining about, something that we also sent out a full year later, that also says that Newark Water Source and Newark Water is fine, but it also is a full report about the lead that's in your water. But also in that, it also says, if you suspect that your home has a lead service line, contact the Department of Water and Sewer Utilities at 973-733-4311 or by email waterandsewer@ci.newark.nj.us, right? So I'll concede, even in that some people may have gotten confused. I'll concede that. I'll concede that some people might have even read the first part of it and refused and decided not to read the rest of it. I'll even concede that everybody in the city might not even receive this, right? Or the other things that we put out. I'll concede that. I'll concede that, is it confusing? It can be, yes. I'll also concede that maybe we should have spent less time fighting with NRDC, who was trying to, abuse us, and had a clearer message. But what I will never concede is that the mayor purposefully and deliberately lied, purposefully and deliberately hid something that we told you about a full year before. I will never concede that we allow people to drink lead coming from their water without telling them. I will never concede that we let children go to school with lead coming from their water fountains. I will never concede that, because that's not a fact. It's not true. I live here. I was born here. I was a public school teacher and educator for 22, 23 years. I will not concede that I let kids go to school and drink lead from the water without letting their parents know. That I let families have lead in their homes without informing them. That is not the truth. And the pernicious thing about it is that some of these people that are printing it and saying it, no, it's not the truth. And some of these people that are just trying to scare you out of your wits, all on the internet and so forth and so on, they also know it's not the truth. People who are sending you letters saying the city secretly declared a state of emergency. Well, that's not true. A letter being sent to the purchasing agent so we can buy filters after the mayor said, let's buy filters. 39,000 of them that we paid over $1 million for to give out to the residents for free. That's above the lead and copper rule. I will not concede any of those things because those things are not true. Lastly, we're having this for the pundits and folks said the mayor had a water filter in front of his home that he didn't use. My wife is here. The mayor didn't really bring a water filter to his mother's house. The mayor has secret information and he's doing things. I have no testing lab in my basement, There's no testing lab in City Hall. I got the information when everybody else got the information. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to close and let the panel begin. In 2016, the school system called the mayor's office. The superintendent then called me and said, we have a problem. We're testing and we're getting mixed readings of exceedances in our water. I called Andrea and Kareem and said, go over there and help them test their water. We went over there and helped them test the water and confirmed that they were getting exceedances in their water. We had a discussion about what should happen. I had a press conference the next day. As a result of our press conference, the state made every school system in the entire state test their water for lead. They even raised the amount of times that we had to test our water for lead in the city. The first time we got a lead exceedance of any kind in our lifetime, or my lifetime, was 2017, right? The same year that I showed you we sent these things out. 2017, we tested 100 homes, and about 11 or 12 of them had exceedances. So when I saw the reporter on TV saying Newark has said only 11 and 12 homes had exceedances, no, Newark is not saying that. The science said that. The engineers said that. So we weren't downplaying it. We were reporting what was actually said to us. We didn't find out that the corrosion control didn't work until October of 2018 from the EPA, not from NRDC. They did not do a test to tell us that corrosion control didn't work. The Environmental Protection Agency, we sent them a pipe out of the ground, sent it to them. They tested it, gave it back to us, told us it didn't work. I immediately said, let's give out filters. Give out filters, add new corrosion control, change lead service lines. We've been doing that. That's the same plan. Lastly, all of this stuff went awry because we tested 2 filters out of 39,000. And 2 of those filters out of 39,000 wasn't working properly. Now, the good news is 97 to 99% of the filters are working by the grace of God. And we're going to go back to filter distribution. And honestly, people who are saying these kind of negative things, keep it about me. Because that's what it's about. Keep it about me. Don't talk about my city. Keep it about me. I could take the blows. I didn't get in the ring to avoid getting hit. If I got in the ring, it's because I knew I was going to get hit. Keep it about me. I could take the punches. I could take it all. You got to leave my wife alone. You got to leave my family alone. You got to leave my children alone. You got to leave my city alone. Talk about me. How that song, blame it on me. Say it's my fault. Talk about me. Don't tell people don't invest in the city. No preacher should be telling people not to invest in the city. Don't tell businesses to leave the city. Stop telling people our water is poisonous. Stop advocating for other cities to stop buying Newark's water. Stop creating panic in our town. Stop putting out news articles that say lead is spreading downtown Newark. Stop talking about Newark. Talk about me. Say something about me, about my life, about my schooling, that you don't agree with me. You don't like my shoes, my shirt. You think I'm too arrogant. I'm too loud. I'm too overconfident. Talk about me. Leave my damn city alone.